Okay, so we've been through here and the sort of upper area of the grove, and then we've even gone underneath the grove and around the outside a bit. We haven't gone down into this inner circle yet, but I did mention last time there were some other things that we wanted to accomplish before we did that. And the first of those is I'd like to go check out that hidden cache that we found.
Step lightly.
So let's head over there. So we're just going to go here and follow this wall around until we can encounter an area where we can jump up. You know, come to think of it, our jumping... Oh, that's right. I forgot we're using the elixir of the hill giant strength, so we are actually pretty good at jumping at the moment.
Let's keep to the shadows. Step carefully. What have we here? What's that?
The silver pendant gives you guidance as a cantrip, which is actually a very useful necklace to have, especially early on, and that might just be our necklace for a while, depending on how things go. Meanwhile, we noticed this rocky crevice.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
Hey, I even have +1 to nature. And I can give myself guidance now. But natural ones are what they are.
The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. Is gold so precious to spiders?
Well, between animal handling and sleight of hands, think I know which one I'm going in. Dart your hand in, hoping to snatch the bag.
The spiders scatter, and you stash the bag. Something clinks among the coins.
This spider egg sac is an interesting item. You can throw it, and it'll summon a bunch of little spiderlings that will follow you around until long rest or until they die. They're not very strong, but there's a lot of them, and that can have uses.
On my way.
So that takes care of that little section. And then we never really explored this way along the beach. So let's go ahead and do that. This
Have it.
is the area where we would normally encounter Lae'zel being accosted by a couple of tieflings, but she didn't make it.
Neither seen nor heard. The element of surprise.
Looks like we've got some people over here.
You'll die a bloody pauper unless you take a few risks.
So this one is in a good spot for pickpocketing. So let's go back over here, out of earshot maybe. And do a proactive guidance on ourselves.
Let's prowl
Sneak back over.
gently.
Like my mum always said,
And let's go into turn-based mode here. Because this is... Yeah, we can get right up to him.
What can we rescue? Quick and easy.
And then we can dash away. And then we can exit turn-based mode and get out of here.
Your behavior has caused upset. Now a fight is unavoidable.
Really? No way they noticed that. I was way back here. Look, no sightlines or anything. I'm already hiding, and it even has the shadow. So I'm just gonna dash. And I'm gonna get way over here. I call BS on getting caught there. Actually, I want to see, did I Somehow, I succeeded on the sleight of hand check. I got a friggin' 30 versus a DC of 9. I dashed away, and then I started a conversation automatically, even though I was in stealth. Like, I was clearly in stealth. I was way outside of his sight lines. I don't understand how that could have possibly... But also, I'm far enough from my shadow here that I think I can just stay here and watch them fail to find me. I'm gonna go down this way then, because I want to approach from a different direction, and I want to see if they are automatically hostile now before I engage again.
It's mine now. What's that? Leave tracks.
Alright, from here I'll proactively guide them.
Just like old times. Just like old times.
Get here while hiding, and... Yep. They are hostile. There's not going to be any kind of
Pity you aren't as good at
talking with them
robbing
now,
as
which
you
is
are
very
at
unfortunate, because
stealing.
I think this might
Just
have even
being
been
careful.
an opportunity to
Like
get
my
a
mum always said,
charlatan
fools rush in.
inspiration point. So instead, I'm just gonna do this thing where I gather them around this cracked stone, and then I drop this on them. And 3 of them are dead. So there's only one dude left there, and I think I'm gonna escape
They
from
won't
him.
know what bit them. Over here.
Okay. Plenty of movement. Let's get to
Outmaneuver
here.
them.
So he is...
Gods! Look at that!
Hey, it's not my fault you detected me by magic when you absolutely shouldn't have been able to. Oh. And I leveled up. Actually, it's level 3, which is more sneak attack dice, so I should go ahead and do that now before I engage that dude again. And guess what? I'm going Arcane Trickster. But I could get another bonus action by going Thief, or I could get additional, actions in combat that are automatically crits by getting Assassin. And yes, those two would be more useful for a lot of things. And Arcane Trickster is almost certainly the weakest of the rogue classes. However, we know that this is Astarion's natural progression by this is what his default selection is when he's your companion, or evidently when he's the origin character. We know that he craves this kind of arcane power. He wants the necromancy of Thay. So he is into that. So, cantrips. Blade Ward is something that we're actually going to be making use of, I think, especially since, as I've mentioned before, if we're in combat, everybody's coming for us. So there's definitely time where we're going to want to reduce incoming damage as our best option. And also, we're going to want friends. So we're going to give ourselves our advantage on the charisma checks against non-hostile targets. So this is going to be great for dialogue challenges. And we have 10 turns to get away from there if we're not going to just slay the person anyway. But even beside that, Astarion doesn't really care about the long-term consequences of his action. He wants the immediate advantage. So we're getting friends and Blade Ward. Disguise Self is a great utility spell. We're going to get a lot of use out of that. And also, this is going to be more for later, but there's not really good options here besides it for now anyway. Tasha's Hideous Laughter is going to be one of our main offensive spells. And for expanded spell slot, so it's really between Longstrider and Shield right now, and I think Longstrider will help me not need Shield for long enough for me to get another level and take Shield, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take Longstrider. Interestingly enough, that means aside from Tasha's Hideous Laughter, our spells are all ritual spells also. So we can go ahead and use Tasha's Hideous Laughter whenever we think it might be useful, because we're not saving our spell slots for other things. So, oh, I'm in turn-based mode and I don't have actions. Let's get further away from the guy. Let's go ahead and put Longstrider on now, because right now our movement speed is 9 meters.
Radio note.
And now our movement speed is 12 meters. That means instead of 27 on a double dash turn, we make 36 meters away from the enemy. So, like I said, this is really going to help us not necessarily need shield quite yet, because we'll be able to get away a lot easier and out of range of even ranged combatants. So in the meantime, let's put that to use, because there is a dude over here.
Nice and easy.
We'll want to try to approach from another direction. And the only way to do that would be to go back up around here. Oh wait, he's going back up there himself. So, I'm actually not going to do the fire thing because, let's see. 4 to 11 plus 2d6, that could be... It's already technically possible, even not on a crit, that we could kill him outright with just a bow shot. We don't want to kill him outright. We actually want to leave him with a few hit points left because we are trying to bite him now. So let's just open up. Well, there's worse ways that could have gone. And now we've gained basically this whole citadel area.
Let's be quick. I need to rest. The sunset can't come quickly enough. Let's see here.
Time and the elements have left the plaque unreadable.
And one thing that I'm going to try to remember to do is, as I'm exploring new areas, try to keep a guidance up on myself for passive perception checks and such. So as I go this way...
Quietly. What's that?
So I didn't need it that time. Wait a minute. Oh, yep, but see, guidance is going into it. One thing you do have to be careful of, though, is casting guidance is not it's not a stealth action. Like, it will bring you out of stealth, so you want to make sure you're far enough away from hostiles before you do it.
What's this?
And generally, if I notice that it's like at 4 or below, I'll want to re-up it.
Certainly.
But I think it can
Watch
stop
your
sneaking
back.
around this area.
What's this?
Alright, so let me sort of empty my backpack a bit, and then I'll be right back. Also, I didn't even talk about the Mage Hand. Arcane Trickster does get a Mage Hand with some additional properties. It is invisible, but if it's standing next to somebody, they still count as threatened for the purposes of sneak attacks, so that's very nice. And of course it loses ability. It loses invisibility if it does something, but yeah, you can also have the mage hand drink things like elixirs of giant strength. So maybe I do want to stock up on those more. Well, I've ruined its invisibility to mess around a little bit, but I can resummon it after a short rest if I need to. So precast the guidance, and let's go have a conversation at this door.
Interesting.
Thank you, Gibblebuck. Everything all right out there?
And there is a deception option. Grimblebuck triggered some trap. He needs help now. So I've got +4 to 7. It feels like friends should be an option here. See, picking up that guidance is useful.
Oh, I told him it wasn't safe out there. Get inside and I'll rustle up some bandages.
Like a wraith.
Alright, so let's sneak on in. Well, let's refresh our guidance before we do that.
Into the shadows.
Now, he is surprised, but he did manage to beat our initiative. So we're only gonna get the one. We're only gonna get the one thing on him. So I'm actually gonna
Quickly.
come back here. Have the mage hand move up to him.
Shall we dance?
Take my shot. It was another critical hit sneak attack. Basically, even though I wasn't hiding, because the mage hand was next to him. And here's a bandit's key. I bet that opens that door. I don't think we need it. I was kind of hoping to bite him too, but well, I guess it's not the worst problem to have that I keep one-shotting people. So we're gonna take a pass around the room with guidance up.
The air's so still. It feels more like a tomb than a temple.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and loot the place off screen. So I'll be back.
Ancient, indecipherable text covers the plaque.
Okay, so we're ready to move on. And one other nice thing about having the mage hand like this. I'll go ahead and do my guidance. Is I can use the mage hand to do things at a distance so that where
Keep your
I
distance, darling. Neither seen nor
remain hidden over here, the mage hand can open this door, and if there's somebody like right there, maybe they'll miss me entirely, and if my mage hand dies, well, I can resummon it after a short rest. It looks like in this case, the sight line only goes to there, so I'll exit turn-based mode.
not a sound.
I'll come up. And let's see what I can see over here. This person has dark vision and is wielding a bow. This is a human with a melee weapon. Human with a bow. Human with a bow. Human mage. So only one of these people has dark vision, which is going to make this person a little bit more of a priority target. But I also notice there's an oil barrel on the ground. Well, sneak up a little bit more. And if there's an oil barrel nearby, let's gather people around it. And meanwhile,
A nice touch.
all right. Everybody gather round, but Torga apparently noticed me as he was passing by. So that's a little unfortunate, but thankfully I won the initiative and I am primed and ready to go here. So the only person left is this Hasid, who is a human and does not have dark vision. So I'm going to take this moment to hide.
Subtle approach. With finesse.
And this person's probably going to have to... Oh! They even dipped. Doesn't know where I am.
Go for the throat.
Oh, not his turn yet. So the mage hand, it would be handy if I were able to push him back through the door a little bit. Doesn't... It doesn't look like he would actually end up going through the door. But I would provoke an attack of opportunity if I tried. So what if I got here and pushed him this way? Nah. So I'll just have it stay there. I don't want to necessarily provoke.
Quick.
So let's get out of there. Use that dash so that we can bite. Still hidden? Still hidden. So unfortunately, they do that. I don't know exactly what the mechanics of that are, but like when you exit combat, people can regain all their health. I don't know if they like actually use a short rest to do that or what. But he is bloodless, and that's not nothing. So if If he has limited resources, he's used a rage and he's used a short rest.
Be very, very quiet. Stepping softly.
And since there's only one dude,
Certainly.
I may be able to pick his pocket.
Don't look now.
Let's take those javelins away.
Softly.
Okay. So at this point, it looks like it's basically just going to be a straight up fight. So I will start back here. Turn-based mode. I will do a blade ward. And instead of the flame, I think I want to give him disadvantage on attack rolls. So I'm going to try to poison him.
Time for discretion.
Well, that's one other effect of advantage, I suppose. You'll get critical hits more often. The poison, I didn't need the poison.
Tread lightly. I'm so tired. How do people do this all day? A quick rummage. What have we here?
And I think I do want to take a short rest.
Well, some rests better than none.
Largely so I can summon my mage hand again. there's enough containers, so they just want to go ahead and scan the room with guidance up.
That's curious.
And then I'll get back to looting. Alright, I got all the bookshelves and stuff.
You do not recognize the language on the plaque.
Chapel records. Fine dust coats the pages of this weathered book. Beneath the bone-white powder, hundreds of short obituaries are recorded in tiny script. Grobian Tipple, Ilmater, drowning. Yvain Arkinson, Agma, internal rot. Devrin Stout, Salune, fever. And then this lever is what we noticed.
What was that?
Which opened up this door. And is also a pretty good breaking point for this video. I'll complete the crypt next video.